Hello friends, welcome you all. Today in this lecture, we are going to study the instruments of money market. In the last lecture, we were discussing about the instruments of capital market. Before that, we have discussed about the financial system and financial market. Uh, in the Indian financial system or any financial system, there are money market and capital market, these two important markets. And in case of capital market, there is primary market and secondary market. The money market, in the money market, the short term fund less than 1 year is exchanged between surplus unit and deficit units, and very short term means less than 1 year time periods maturity instruments generally issued in the money market. And for the long term fund, there is the capital market. In a formal way, we can define the money market. The money market refers to the market where borrowers and lenders exchange short term funds to solve their liquidity needs. So, this is the short term fund market, and generally, the this market works to solve the liquidity needs, short term liquidity needs. Money market instruments are generally financial claims that have low default risk, maturities under 1 year, and high marketability. So there is the low risk of default compared to capital market. Means there is a very less risk of the fund will not come back. And there is the high marketability, and maturity is under 1 year. So generally money market instruments are which have the maturity less than 1 year. What are the features of money market? First, try to understand that the what are the special features of money market. First is high liquidity, means uh, because of the less time period maturity, there is the high liquidity. One of the key feature of this financial asset is high liquidity offered by them, and they generate fixed income for the investor, and short term maturity make them highly liquid. So because of the short term maturity, they have high liquidity. What is liquidity? Liquidity means to convert your financial claims or your instruments into uh, cash, ready cash. And time and cost, we can assess the liquidity on these two parameters. That if time period is less or short, then liquidity is high. And if the cost of converting that instrument into cash is less compared to high cost, then it have high liquidity. So in case of money market instrument, there is the less time required, and less cost is required. So the liquidity means to convert the instrument into ready cash is uh, mm, it's very high. And we can say in alternative words that they have highly liquid instruments, they have highly high liquidity. So owing to this characteristic, money market instruments are considered as close substitute of money. So in that sense, we can say that the money market instruments are very close to substitute of money. For example, if you take the check, then bill of exchange, they have very treasury bills, they have uh, very, what we can say, the short maturity period, so that they have the liquidity, high liquidity. Second thing, we can say that secure investment. These financial instruments are one of the most secure investment avenues available in the market, because since issuers of money market instruments have a high credit rating and the return are fixed beforehand. If we take the capital market instrument, there is the no fixed return beforehand in these instruments, and the risk of losing your invested capital is high in case of capital market, because of high the longer maturity period or longer time period it takes to convert into cash. And last one is, the last feature is fixed return. Since money market instruments are offered at a discount to the face value, the amount that the investor gets on maturity is decided in advance. This thing cannot happen with the capital market instrument. In case of capital market instrument, there is no such what can return we can say it will give or offer to the investor. But in case of money market instrument, the investor gets the fixed return. This effectively helps individual in choosing the instrument which would suit their needs and investment horizon. So these are the instrument traded in the money market: treasury bills, call or notice money, commercial paper, certificate of deposit, commercial bills, etc. So one by one we are going to discuss now. So what is treasury bills? A treasury bill is a particular type of finance bill or a promissory note put out by the government of the country. Means it is mostly means it is uh, sold in the market by the government of the country, and it is on behalf of government. Reserve Bank of India sells these treasury bill in the market, and they have the maturity period from 90 days to 364 days, and according to that the interest rate is offered on that treasury bills. Although state government also issued treasury bills on occasion until 1950, since then it is only the central government that has been selling them. Now, state government do not issue the treasury bills, only central government, and on behalf of central government, Reserve Bank of India sells these treasury bills. Treasury bills are highly liquid because there cannot be a better guarantee of repayment than one given by the government. So government, it is sometimes called gilt is securities because they have very secure money market instrument, and the guarantee of repayment is given by government itself. So there is no risk of default. When government will default, means government will if there is no government, then only there is the risk of default. But such things cannot happen easily. So the guarantee of repayment than the one given by the government cannot be better. Sorry, the uh, government's guarantee given for such instrument is very what we can say, the government is the supreme in the country, and the government is the whole responsible here for the repayment, so there is no risk of default. What are the important qualities of treasury bills? The high liquidity, you can sell it into the market and convert into the cash. Absence of risk default, as we have discussed, there is no risk of default. Ready availability on tap, we can get it readily. Now the retail investor also can invest in the treasury bills of government. Assured yield is there, means the yield mentioned on that is assured, and there is no risk of default and you get the fixed return. Low transaction cost is there. There is the low cost of transaction. There is no such brokerages and all the things which have we observe in the capital market. Eligibility of inclusion in statutory liquidity ratio. The if banks purchase these instruments, then bank can have the statutory liquidity ratio requirement, mandatory requirement, and they can show under the statutory liquidity ratio. Negligible capital depreciation. Capital depreciation is not there. So these are the qualities of treasury bills. Then call money market. Call money market is that part of the national money market where the day-to-day surplus funds mostly of banks are traded in. So in a nutshell, in a simple word, we can say that if one bank requires money and other bank have the surplus of money, so the surplus, the cash which bank have, that bank provides to the those banks have a shortage of funds. So the interest rate charged on such funds is decided on the condition of demand and supply at that time, and generally time is very less, and very negligible interest rate is charged on such surplus cash to the deficit cash, deficit units, or we can say those banks who have shortage of fund. It is the interest rate on such call money market is decided by the demand and supply forces. The loan made in this market are of a short-term nature, their maturity varying between 1 day to a fortnight. The nature of this market in different countries varies from each other. Differences in institutional structure account for the differences in the nature, participants, purpose, or types of transaction in such markets. All, however, have one common feature: they deal in loans which have a very short maturity and are highly liquid. So they have very short term maturity from 1 day to one night, and they are very highly liquid. Commercial paper. A commercial paper is quite a new instrument in the money market in India and even in the advanced industrial nations, except in US where it has been since the early 19th century. However, in all other countries, it is only a post 1980s phenomena. So most of the countries introduced this money market instrument after 1990, but in US you can see it since the early 19th century. Commercial papers are short-term promissory note with fixed maturity issue, mostly by the leading nationally reputed, creditworthy, and highly rated large corporations. So, commercial papers issued by the uh, leading nationally reputed, creditworthy, and highly rated companies or corporations. So any person, bank, company, incorporated and unincorporated bodies, and NRI, that is non-residential Indians, can invest in commercial papers. The interest rate on commercial paper are market determined. The cost of commercial paper finance is lower than comparable to that of bank credit. So why commercial papers are issued? Commercial papers are issued because the cost of raising finance through this commercial paper is lower compared to that of bank credit, compared to bank loan, and many persons, bank, company, then NRIs, these investor can invest in such commercial paper, and generally the reputed and leading nationally creditworthy, highly rated large companies issue such papers. That's why the demand is there for their commercial paper. Then certificate of deposit. Certificate of deposits are marketable receipts in bearer or register form of funds deposited in banks for a specified period at a specified rate of interest. They are transferable, negotiable, short-term fixed interest being maturity dated, highly liquid and riskless money market instrument. Bank issue certificate of deposit to compete with other financial intermediaries and to counter the process of securitization. Certificate of deposit can be issued to individuals, corporations, companies, trust, funds, association and non-residential Indians also. The maturity period of certificate of deposit varies between 3 months to 1 year. The rate of interest on certificate of deposit is also market determined and it is more attractive than that of bank deposit. So the bank issue you the certificate of deposit, and generally it is issued to the individual, corporations, companies, trust funds and associations, and also to the non-residentials Indian. And why the this is issued, the certificate of deposit issued, uh, because to the bank issue such certificate to compete with other financial intermediaries, and the interest rate mentioned also attractive than that of bank deposit. So this is the marketable receipt certificate of deposit in bearer or register form of funds deposited in banks for a specified period at a specified rate of interest. Then commercial bills. According to the Indian Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, it is a written instrument containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person to pay a credit sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. A commercial bill or bill of exchange is a short-term instrument, negotiable instrument, and self-liquidating money market instrument. It is an asset with a high degree of liquidity and a low degree of risk. So, commercial paper or bill of exchange is issued. Generally, it is used in the trade. Suppose A and B traders are there. If A trader sends goods or any type of services to the B trader, if B trader is not in a position to immediately give back cash in exchange of goods and services to A trader, then it writes the commercial bill or bill of exchange and mention on that I will pay a certain sum of money on a particular date and to the bearer. When that commercial bill get to the A trader, then A trader can discount it in the bank, and he will get or she will get, A trader will get the money by discounting that bill. And after the maturity, after the stated date in that bill of exchange, the B trader will deposit money to the bank, uh, and if bank do not get the money from B trader, A trader is totally responsible for that. So it is the instrument to increase the trade. Next is repurchase agreement. It is also known as repos or buybacks. Repurchase agreements are a formal agreement between two parties where one party sells a security to another with the promise of buying it back at a later date from the buyer, and it is also called a sell buy transaction. In a nutshell, we can say that repurchase agreement means in India, banks generally bring loan by surrendering their some securities with Reserve Bank of India on the agreement of repurchase it. So it is generally called repo rate. And repurchase agreement means keeping some financial instrument with some a financial institution or any body, and it will offer the loan on the basis of that financial instrument or on the basis of that financial securities, on the agreement of repurchase that instruments after a certain period of time. The seller buys the security at a predetermined time and amount, which also includes the interest rate at which the buyer agreed to buy the securities. The interest rate charged by the buyer for agreeing to buy the security is called repo rate. Repos came in handy when the seller needs funds for short term. He or she can just sell the securities and get the fund disposed. The buyer get an opportunity to earn decent return on the invested money. Next instrument is banker's acceptance. A financial instrument produced by an individual or a corporation in the name of the bank is known as banker's acceptance. It requires the issuer to pay the instrument holder a specified amount on a predetermined date, which ranges from 30 to 180 days, starting from the date of issue of the instrument. It is a secure financial instrument as the payment is guaranteed by a commercial bank. Banker's acceptance is issued at a discounted price and the actual price is paid to the holder at maturity. The difference between the two is the profit made by the investor. So this is the banker's acceptance. So friends, that much from my side in this lecture. Thanks for watching. Write your name in the comment box. See you in the next lecture. Thanks.